Yo, this is Top Flight, and we are on our Ren journey again, and this is Ren halftime Nas Retake. So I'm guessing it's either a Nas beat or...
Mr. Chewbacca over here be eating every single time he talks to y'all.
I told y'all when we shoot early, I gotta eat.
He gotta eat.
I'm not eating that night, though. When we do the night ones, I don't eat. So
I know you're like 120 pounds soaking wet, so if the wind blows, it's going to blow you out outside of this reaction.
I'm 195.
He don't even share. He don't even tell us what he's eating because we want to know. Eventually, it's going to turn into one of them foodie channels where he's just eating all slow and we're just like...
I'm going to bring in different food from everywhere and then I'm just going to sit here and eat it. The page starts popping. Reactors that eat the food are the new thing.
Yeah, this is new trend. We got to start new things because, why not?
Halftime, Nas Retake by Ren. Let's check it out.
Let loose in the booth and I came to introduce the high-proof juice like a flaming sambuca. Half-time, 3-point hoop, hallelujah. Views oblongata and I severed the medulla. Cause rap without Ren is like a skull without a brain, dude. Or like a fig I live with no one to complain to. Hockey without ice or China without rice. The Bible without Christ, Vindaloo with no spice. Playing snakes and ladders with no dice. Day without night, like Mike without an earlobe bite. I keep it tight. Left, right, fake, dodge and evade an uppercut. Fuck 'em up in many various ways. The fairyest gaze, moving through precarious days. When we're moving through the rubble, trouble there in my veins. Librarian brain, pull up a barbarian slang. Performing like I'm global warming, music making it rain. I'm pimping my pain, prostitute of all this insane. Put my problems on the paper and the sales will rain. The sales will rise, pyro with the patch on his eye. Get you hooked up on the music, say like I. It's like raps to the music when I'm feeding them pie. That's pie raps, can't relax, I'm the waviest guy. Like yo, raps bring the bubonic flow. Move the tectonic place when I step to the show. So cold, I know a couple people don't fuck with it. They can just suck on it, zip it then go. Thanks bro, eeny meeny miny mo. I'm shining like a diamond though, when pressure makes a rhyming diamond. This was by...
Sometimes I wonder, like, I don't know, maybe it's just because, like, the culture I'm in and the culture I come from, like, when music crosses over, like, overseas and stuff like that, like, I just wonder how, like, because because this is Nas, you know what I'm saying, the Nas beat, everything like that. When you're influenced by the people like Nas and stuff, like, rappers that are, like, Nas is huge, but then he's kind of still kind of like, he's like the hugest underground, like, I'd say like the hugest.
Jay-Z's on the opposite side of the spectrum.
Exactly.
Right? Like Jay-Z's
you have pop. Yeah, you have pop and then you have underground, and probably Nas would be the top of the underground, which makes him super famous, but he's still seen as like not the pop version. You know what I'm saying? Not the popular music. So when it transfers overseas, the one thing I've always wondered is, how is that seen? Like, because like, I know marketing dollars don't get everything everywhere. And when you're at the age of like, he's 36. So I'm guessing he heard it when he was younger. I don't know if he heard it when he was later or when he heard it, but music wasn't transferring over the internet back then. So with the marketing dollars that go over there, is it that the CDs sell a lot over there, or is it like, how do people come across it and become like, it becomes a vibe? Because I know their music, of course, would be in the CD stores and stuff like that. They have the other artists from America, but then are the underground artists promoted the same way out there? Because here it isn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would never hear an overseas artist over here. You know what I'm saying?
Not
like,
until these last decade or
exactly.
maybe 5 years. Yeah.
And that's mostly because of the internet.
You know what's crazy is I had a homie, and this is a totally different market, but I was working with a guy from Nigeria back earlier in my career, and this is before Afrobeats really blew up. This is before rap, before Rick Ross ever went to Africa. And he was telling me the scene was wide open. Like, there wasn't much, but there was a few. And I think now, because of the internet, because of Spotify, because of all these different platforms, I think music crosses over a lot more than it used to. So now it's like American music could be a lot more popular, and UK music or over the country, over the seas music could be way more popular out here. I think it's different now, but before, that is a good question, because
I've just always wondered that, because it's just like, here it's very like specific on what you're going to more than likely listen to, because the way our media's released, it's very like, the mainstream artists, they get all the play. Even when we were in like CD places, like all the CD places would play, have like the placements of even where they put the CDs made it so you would listen to very specific albums.
Yeah.
Remember, if you went into like Sam Goody, the only CDs that would play would be the ones that you could listen to would be the top dudes. You know what I'm saying? And then they started doing those like local. Did you ever have one that played during local?
The CDs?
At Sam Goody, yeah. Like,
oh yeah, we'd go in there and listen to music on the little headphones.
no, but did you ever have one as an independent artist put up there? Because I had one independent where they put my CD on so people could hear it, because they would do it every once in a while. They do like a local, it was like a local Tuesday or something, and they put a local artist into the CD players. Out of the 4 CD players, it would be mainly like the top artists in the world, and then it'd be like one local would happen on, I think it was like Tuesdays or Wednesdays. I remember I got mine in there, and then people, that's what sold some of my CD. But then it just tells you like how the placements work. So then I'm wondering, like, overseas, is it like that? Like, what? How does it get pushed? Like, to find Nas and be like, okay, I'm like, Nas is my main man, or I'm inspired by Nas. How are you growing up when there wasn't really CDs?
Well,
I mean, when there were just CDs.
Did underground DJs push the culture for? Because some of the music that we listened to, even like the Prodigy, that was massive then. You know what I mean? Like, so I think you probably have DJs. You probably have, like, I remember the way I got CDs was like I would dig through CD bins in record stores. You know what I mean? And I would, if there was somebody correlated or connected on a feature, that always got me. Or like, I like Pac, so if Pac was on a feature of something, even a crap album, I would buy it, just that album, just for that one song. So. That is interesting. I'm curious on that. That's a good question.
Design, you know, an isotope, a proton and a neutron in the nuclei, and splits an atom in the fraction A reaction. Supersize me, and I supersize my order. Fries on the side, I'm a big whopping author. Big Mac, rest in peace, big, rest in peace, Mac, rest in peace, Pac, rest in peace, Pete, rest in peace, rap. We lose all the grace like that, so put respect upon their names while they still intact. That's why I rap upon this beat that was deep for Nas. I might never reach the level, I'll salute with bars. I'm coming to bring in the DP, I'm when they singing the bee's knees. What a ridiculous MC, sounds so ridiculous repeat. When I am spitting it properly, when in biology, no one can follow me, but an anomaly. Thick shit and quick wit makes girls wet and dick stiff. I'm so tongue in cheek with my tongue in your cheek. I never sleep, cause death is the cousin of sleep. I never rest, cause sleep is the cousin of death. So save your breath. Stop the tape, press pause and eject.
That's dope. Dope little vibe, dope little freestyle with the Nas, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he just be rapping. He remember all his shit too. He just be going.
That's when you know it's a real rapper, because he clearly has to be remembering a lot of songs to get all this content out.
Yeah.
Because he does one takes, which is crazy. Like, I don't know if I guess when I was I'd say early 30s going into, you know what I'm saying, I'd say like my 20s into 30s, there was a possibility of me remembering all my songs.
I think it was
as I start getting in the late 30s, it's like,
I don't think it's that we're old. I think it's that we're distracted. There's so much going on. Like, I'm listening to an audiobook, listening to a podcast, listening to music, listening to talking, having conversations with artists, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's just overconsumption of distraction consistently, you know?
I want to blame it on being old.
Yeah.
Because that's my only excuse. I'm like, yo, I can remember some songs, like I can remember like the song we just dropped and stuff like that, but I can only remember it from spans of time. Like,
yeah.
I used to be able to like every song I did, I could know it and be like, I remember I used to be able to, someone could be like rap, and I would just start rapping one of my verses, like, and then now you say rap, it's gonna take 10, 15 minutes for me to even think of something, like, hold on. And then I might have to play part of it just to remember it.
Well, remember when I'm not even going to say his name, but we were doing something big the other day, and there was an artist who raps all day, every day online. He's pretty big too. He's got a lot of viral videos, and I was like, just rap one of your verses for this cover thing, and he was like, he couldn't think of one of his verses. So it's like, well, I was like,
that proves your point, kind of, that we listen to so much stuff and everything, like, so we're so distracted with so many other things that maybe people these days just aren't as good as it. It takes way more concentration to do this versus back in the day, because back in the day you didn't have that much stuff going on. When we first started rapping, I think like that was like the end of the CD era. So at the end of the CD era, going into like Apple iTunes, you didn't have as much stuff going on. You weren't on your computer or your phone as much. So then now you're just like your full time is kind of like listening to music, hearing your music and everything like that. So it probably was way easier to remember.
Or remember you'd have like 20 phone numbers in your head locked in?
Yes.
Remember you would be
Yes.
like, hey, I don't have Google Maps. I got to get to this person's house. Take a left here, a right here, a left.
And
to
you
the
would
stop
remember
sign.
it?
Yeah.
Someone could tell me right now, like, go take a left right here, and I would be like, was it a right or a left? Like, in a few moments, like, I think it's like how everything's like portrayed to us that it's so much stuff that it like pushes out different amounts of different stuff. But then I still can remember like the old stuff. I can still remember like a Tupac verse. I can remember even like my old stuff. Like I can rap on tilt and all this stuff from my first half of my career. Everything from like probably like I would say like 6 years ago is blurry.
Our main set, I remember after I listened to it once, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't listen to it at all. Like until it's like, oh, we got a show in a month. Oh, I gotta jam this a little bit. You know what I mean? But
it's crazy. It's a different, but he still has the love for it, which is dope that he has so much love for it that way that I don't know if I could. I don't know if I
some
could
of
get
these
back
songs
to
are like
that.
2-minute songs, 4-minute songs, but he's jumping in and just like, let's go record today.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Throw a jumpsuit on. I'm gonna get out there and I'm just gonna rap my verse. Just walk, because you see people walking in the scenes. That's how you know. Like when they're walking in scenes, when people walk in scenes, 90% of the time it's authentic. Sometimes it's set up, but that's when it's high quality, right? If someone
We need
walks
to do
perfect,
it one more time.
Yeah, we
One more time. We got to get outside one more time and be rappers one more time.
inspired by Ren.
That's a real, like, I really would say that, like, because I really didn't feel anything until, like, because a lot of music is trash these days. So it's like, I see it and I'm kind of like, eh. And then, like, back in the day, it was so, like, the level of music that was coming out, like, in the 2000s and stuff when we were first starting and everything like that, like, you're looking at it and you see 50 Cent and you hear it in the club and you're like, wow, I don't know if I can make something like that. And then, but now, like, I hear the music, I'm like, yo, a lot of this stuff is trash. So then I'm like, yo, I'm not even inspired by any form of it because I'm not inspired by the videos. I'm not inspired by the work ethic. I'm not inspired by any of it. But then when you come across people and, like, different journeys that we've been doing and stuff like that, and you get inspired, I'd say especially, like, between Ren and I'd say Sleep Token, you get, like, this weird, like, I want to try that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or I want to, like, I wonder if I did this, what would it be like? I wonder if, and you start getting that inspiration again. And, like, I look at these videos and I go, like, I want to shoot that, you know what I'm saying? Because we have everything and we don't do it, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I want to do it. But one more time.
Like, subscribe, comment. Go support Ren.